Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Seeking Discovery, and today is floor prep day! Not the most exciting, but something that is very important to get right, and that way it'll stop any of the rust that we've got going on, and hopefully prevent it for many years to come, so it's not something I have to worry about. Welcome to Seeking Discovery. I'm Ryan, and I have a passion for travel and building things. At the end of 2020, I decided it'd be a great idea to purchase my very own school bus to convert into a tiny house. So come along as I make mistakes, learn a lot, and make lasting memories, turning this old bus into a new tiny home. So what I'm gonna do is start working on treating the floor. The first thing I'm going to do is I've got this little wire brush attachment on my big heavy-duty drill, and I'm gonna go through and hit all of those rust spots with the wire brush. Once that's done, if there's still spots left over, I'll come back with the angle grinder and a grinding wheel, get rid of the extra rust, and once it's all kind of, the rust has been scraped and cleaned up, then I'll come back with soapy water and give it all a good quick rinse and wash. And following the soapy water, I will be, sorry about that. I will be using Osfo, if I can turn it that way, as my rust converting agent. So that will be applied to any rust that's left over to let it do a chemical reaction and stop the rust from being active. So that's the goal, get the floor treated, ground, wire brushed, all of that, give it a good wash with soap and water, and then come back and treat it with the Osfo, and then leave it sit for a couple of, probably overnight or a day or two to really let that Osfo do its thing. So I'm gonna check the label, confirm how long it needs to sit, and then hopefully by the end of the day, it will be all ready to go and I can just leave it treating the floor while I'm gone. Project update. As you can see, it's getting a little bit darker in here, so I'm actually gonna go get the lights and get stuff lit up so I can keep working tonight. Basically where I'm at right now is I just got done wire brushing the entire floor. I'm kind of covered in rust dust, it's hard to see. I had my respirator on, safety glasses, hearing protection while I did all of that. And the tool that I found the easiest was to take my big drill with this wire brush attachment, which I got off of Amazon, so I'll put a link in the description. But basically what I did is just along the edge on both sides where the rust is the worst, I took it and just brushed it all and then swept it. So now the next step is I need to do a quick wash of the floor with some soapy water, let that dry a little bit, and then my goal is still to treat it tonight with the Osfo so that it can sit for the next 24 hours at least to start doing the rust conversion. And so today's Friday, hopefully on Sunday I can come back out then and everything will be ready to put the primer down. So we'll see how this goes. Time to get the lights out and keep the project going. So I just filled up a bucket of water with soap. So if I come over here, just a regular old bucket, soapy water, got some different brushes, and so now the goal is to go through and wash the floor before I treat it with the Osfo. So I'm hoping I can knock this out relatively quick before it gets too dark, but with the lights I'll be able to keep going as late as I need to. Just put a big dose of bug spray on because it's that time of year where it's starting to get warm again, so the mosquitoes are going to be out, I'm sure of it, so hopefully I can get this done without getting bitten too many times. Good morning everybody, it's another day back out here at the bus, and today is rust conversion day for the flooring. My goal was to get it done yesterday, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Now that that's all done, it's time to treat the floor with the Osfo, which is the rust converting agent. It is a corrosive chemical, so I'll be wearing gloves, have a respirator on, goggles, all of that stuff to keep myself safe while handling it. And then once it's put on the floor, I'll basically be done for the day so that it can have its time to cure and convert the rust into a non-active chemical compound. So let's dive right in and get this rust taken care of. Well, as you can see, I've got my respirator here. I've got these lovely rings around my mouth, which means I just finished up applying the Osfo to the floor of the bus to do the rust conversion. It didn't take super long and it wasn't very hard. What I ended up doing was putting the liquid in a bucket, and then I took an extension rod for like a paint extender, and I zip tied just a foam brush to it, and I used that to apply the Osfo on the floor in an even coat and made sure to focus on those heavier rust areas. So now I'm pretty much done here for the day because it has to sit for at least 24 hours to let the chemical reaction fully happen. But I'm excited to come back out in a day or two and see what the floor looks like after it's been converted, because then I could start with the primer and really start seeing those changes, and we can move forward and get closer to the subfloor and the rest of the build. So if you guys like these kinds of videos, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment below what you want to see next, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to see this school bus become a tiny house. Also, if you guys haven't followed my other social media, go check those out. I'm on Instagram and TikTok if you want the most up-to-date content with what's going on with the bus. Ultimately, my YouTube videos are delayed, so again, if you want the most up-to-date content, head over to my TikTok and YouTube, and you can find those in the description of the video. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.